Welcome back to Exciting Europe.
When people think of architecture in Barcelona, Antoni Gaudí usually steals the spotlight. But right up the street from the Sagrada Familia sits a vibrant, colorful city within a city that is just as breathtaking and holds a mind-blowing history. Welcome to the Sant Pau Recinte Modernista. Built between 1902 and 1930, this is a jewel of Catalan Art Nouveau architecture. In fact, it stands today as the largest Art Nouveau site in the entire world, encompassing 27 absolutely stunning pavilions that are intricately decorated inside and out. To give you an idea of its massive scale, the historic restoration project alone covered a built area of over 29,500 square meters, alongside another 31,000 square meters of outdoor space, though the original ambitious master plan actually called for a staggering 48 buildings. But here's the kicker. This wasn't a palace for royalty. For nearly a century, from 1916 to 2009, this was a fully functioning public hospital. In 1997, it was declared a UNESCO World Heritage Site. And today we are going to bring this masterful project closer to you as we explore its unique pavilions, secret tunnels, and hidden history.
One of the best things about visiting this site is how incredibly easy it is to get here, especially if you are already sightseeing in the city. Sant Pau is located just a short 10-minute walk from the famous Sagrada Familia. Alternatively, if you are coming from another part of town, you can easily take the metro. Just hop on line 5 and exit directly at the Sant Pau station, which drops you off just steps away from the complex. If you are planning your own visit, I highly recommend booking your tickets online in advance to secure your time slot. To make things easy for you, I've placed the direct link to the official ticketing webpage right in the description below this video, so you can easily grab yours and skip the lines.
Before we enter the complex, we have to talk about the breathtaking masterpiece staring right at us, the façade of the administration building. The design was meant to make a massive statement. It's a stunning blend of red brick, colorful ceramics, and intricate stone carvings. If you look up at the central volume, those striking sculptures you see are the work of a brilliant young sculptor who would go on to become one of the region's most celebrated artists. And look at this magnificent mosaic running all along the base and sides of the building. These aren't just decorative patterns. They actually tell a story. They chronicle the entire history of the hospital, dating all the way back to its medieval roots in the 15th century. By putting so much artistry on the outside, the vision was to send a message to the city. Healthcare shouldn't be hidden away in a grim institution. It should be celebrated with dignity and beauty. Now that we've taken in this incredible exterior, let's head through the main gates and step inside. Our tour starts right here at the Sant Salvador Pavilion. Stepping out into the open air of the main courtyard, we arrive at this beautiful building, which holds a truly special place in the complex. Back in 1916, this was the very first pavilion to take in patients. Today, it has been meticulously restored to its original appearance and transformed into a space packed with informational panels and exhibits that are absolutely worth exploring. Best of all, right here inside, you'll find a brilliant scale model of the entire complex, which makes it incredibly easy to understand the grand layout of this city within a city. The history behind this site is remarkable. Originally, before this modern masterpiece was constructed, the institution operated as a unified complex of 6 medieval hospital buildings scattered around the old city. As times changed, the hospital was dramatically upgraded and relocated to this expansive site during the heights of the Art Nouveau movement. One of those original medieval hospital buildings back in the old center has been preserved and is now home to the famous National Library of Catalonia. The vision here was truly revolutionary for its time. It was built on the belief that beauty, art, and nature could actively help heal the sick. Instead of a grim, cramped institution, patients were treated in an open, uplifting sanctuary.
And that brings us to the gardens. Nature wasn't just decorative here, it was medical infrastructure. The plants and trees were specifically chosen to purify the air, filter out bacteria, shield patients from the wind, and maintain humidity. Nestled right in the center of these gardens is the operations house. Just look at the harmony of ceramics and sculptures on the facade. If you look closely at the brickwork, the names featured are a tribute to distinguished doctors throughout history. And check out this massive glazed glass wall at the back. That was the principal operating theater, designed to flood the room with as much natural light as possible for the surgeons.
If you want to know what it actually felt like to be a patient here in the 1920s, you have to visit the Sant Rafael Pavilion. Its history is full of fascinating details. In 1917, while the pavilion was still unfinished, a renowned ironsmith was commissioned to craft 28 custom beds. The order specifically stated they had to be finished with 3 coats of white enamel paint and numbered from 1 to 28. Furthermore, in accordance with the strict wishes of the hospital's generous benefactress, it was decided that this entire pavilion would be dedicated exclusively to treating non-infectious diseases of the digestive tract. Today, you can walk through this exact long nursing ward where patients slept, beautifully lined with large windows designed to let the warm sunshine flood inside. As you wander through the pavilion, make sure to look at the vintage medical instruments displayed inside the glass cabinets, which offer a fascinating look at healthcare from that era. You will also notice another beautiful altar dedicated to the Virgin Mary, reminding us how care was delivered at the time. And finally, right at the very end of the ward, you'll step into a beautiful circular, sun-drenched space known as the day room. This was a dedicated lounge where patients who were feeling well enough could sit up, socialize, and receive visitors. It is an incredible living window into early 20th century healthcare.
Now, we are heading underground into one of the most innovative features of the entire site, the tunnels. This was a massive network of underground passages designed to connect all of the individual pavilions. These passages served as the hidden arteries of the hospital, used to seamlessly transport supplies, food, and patients without ever disrupting the peaceful gardens above. Walking through here today, you can explore a fascinating exhibition of period photographs lining the walls, beautifully recreating what daily life was like at the hospital over its 80-year history.
We've saved the grandest stop for last, the Administration Pavilion. This is the largest, tallest, and most richly decorated building on the entire site. The vision was for this to be the ultimate, highly symbolic crown jewel of the complex. Just look at this foyer, the explosion of colors, the intricate tilework, and this magnificent principal stairway. As we step into the grand vestibule, take a close look at the roof. It features 9 magnificent vaults supported by elegant stone and marble columns. If you look up at the central vault, you can spot the intricate coats of arms representing Barcelona and Catalonia, the historic crosses of the Barcelona Cathedral and St. George, and even the original dates of the building's construction engraved right into the structure. The splendid staircase leading off this vestibule is a perfect example of how architecture and decoration blend together. High above the stairwell, a spectacular stained glass dome floods the entire space with natural light. This design perfectly embodies a core principle of the Art Nouveau movement here, giving a leading role to light and color to uplift the spirit. Upstairs, you can walk through a historical recreation of the old administrative offices before stepping into the jaw-dropping main hall. Standing nearly 18 meters high, this majestic space is where a whole host of artistic disciplines converge. It is a stunning fusion of architecture, sculpture, stained glass, mosaic, ceramics, and painting. The sheer mix of textures and vibrant colors is absolutely mind-blowing. Every corner has something incredible to see. You will notice striking, lifelike sculptures, colorful polychrome mosaics, and relief ceramics lining the walls. On one side, a massive historical painting beautifully depicts the sacred transfer of the remains of Saint Eulalia. And if you look at the stone balustrade running along the room, the intricate balusters are actually carved in the form of large Gothic letters. When read together, they spell out a beautiful historic prayer of protection for the hospital, which says, "Succor, Lord, the benefactors and the inmates of this holy house here on earth and in heaven, and inspire sentiments of charity towards it. Amen." The attention to detail in every single square inch of this pavilion is a true masterpiece. As we step back out into the sunshine, it is amazing to think that while 8 of the 12 main pavilions here have been beautifully restored for visitors, the others have returned to the hospital's foundational purpose of social impact. Today, they house international organizations dedicated to innovation, health, and sustainability. This site is a breathtaking reminder that architecture can be both profoundly functional and incredibly beautiful. If you fell in love with the architecture today, you are in luck, because we have an entire series exploring the absolute best of the city. Make sure to check out our dedicated videos on Barcelona's other world-famous, UNESCO-protected masterpieces. We take you inside the towering spires of the Sagrada Familia, the whimsical designs of Parc Güell, and the stunning facades of Casa Milà, Casa Batlló, and Palau Güell. We even explore the breathtaking, colorful concert hall of the Palau de la Música Catalana. And if you are planning your own trip here, don't miss our complete operational guides where we break down everything you need to know about navigating El Prat Airport and have the entire Barcelona public transportation system completely explained. If you enjoyed bringing this masterful project closer to your screen today, please hit that like button, subscribe to the channel so you never miss an adventure, and let me know in the comments below. Would you have ever guessed this colorful palace was a public hospital? Thanks for watching, and we will see you in the next video.